Have you seen the size of a honey bun lately?
Yeah, bro. They're too damn small.
Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. This episode is presented by Wash. Visit the new convenient pickup and drop-off location at 21 Brilliant Avenue in Aspinwall, or click pickupwashdeliver.com and see how easy it can be to do the wash. This episode is also brought to you by One Tom Plumber. Fast, reliable, affordable, 24/7 plumbing and drain cleaning services throughout the Pittsburgh area. Save this number, 412-307-7622. What's up, buddy?
Oh, living life. So how many times in your life have you had a fucking screw in your tire and you're like, it'll be all right for a couple days?
I've never done that. I was, last time I had a screw in my tire, we talked about on the air.
Oh yeah, when you had you had like a huge lug in there.
Dude, it was a fart.
This was like a sheet metal screw with like a fucking rubber gasket on it.
Were you losing air in the tire?
Dude, it lost a little bit of air overnight. So it's the delivery van. So then I'm like, dude, we'll put a little air in it, get through the day. Tomorrow's Friday, we'll get it plugged, whatever. This motherfucker didn't last 2 miles up Route 8, flat fucking tire.
Really?
Come out. I'm like, they don't make screws like they used to.
Well,
old school screw would have been in there for a fucking year.
This bolt was, and I was losing air. Plus I was up at camp.
Yeah.
So I had like an hour and a half drive home.
You were
on the highway
with the kids.
With the kids doing, 75, 80 mile an hour down 79.
Yeah, I had a 250 back in the day that had a fucking screw in it. Like
how long did that go?
Oh, it was like months. And it would just tick, 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 tick. I finally wore it smooth and it stayed in the tire.
That's good. That became its own plug.
Yeah. That's what my theory was with this one. But no, so, and then, the problem is like you get new tires and you take them to these, like, shop mechanics they don't care. They jam them on with them fucking things. They don't torque them to spec. They just put them on as tight as they can. And then you're on the side of the road with the shittiest wrench in the world trying to
get your wheel off.
Right.
The other thing is there's different ways to plug a tire. The lazy way, the old, just jamming it in without taking it off the rim. Or, there's these new patches.
They put them on the inside.
Right. There's adhesive. I mean, basically the tire's as good as new.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because fortunately it went to the shop. I mean, I was able to take that tire off, and I put the vehicles don't come with spare tires anymore.
Yeah.
But I had gotten a couple sets of rims and tires to change seasonally. Mm-hmm. And so we put that tire on the side of the road. I took that tire to the shop. They were able to patch it, but now, it's just like.
Yeah. Mine's been running strong. I've got almost 11,000 miles on my truck, and so it's probably been 4,000 or 5,000 miles since that's happened.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, I remember you get tires that were like $60. Now they're like fucking $360 a tire.
Yeah.
So, but so it's always a running joke in our place. Like every time I wear fucking khaki pants, so.
Then you gotta change the tire. One time,
hey, look, I look as good after changing the tire. Fuck, imagine what I looked like before.
Years ago, I was at my office, my first office, the one in Oakmont, and I was walking in one morning, and I was dressed nice, like coming to work, button-down shirt, maybe a polo, but nice pants, and this young girl, probably college age, is parked right in front of my office with a flat tire, and she's basically on her hands and knees, trying to figure out how to change a tire. And I'm
Good for her.
Yeah. And I'm like, you need help? She's like, yeah. All right. So I'm, like you said, dressed nice for work. Haven't even been in the office yet. They're probably all in the office where the hell's this asshole at? I'm laying on my back trying to get this, you know what I mean? Trying to do this. I'm all filthy, dirty, and sweaty when I come in. They're like, what happened to you? I'm like, I just changed the tire outside.
But yeah, I had to go back to the shop and get some leverage, because that little rod to get them off. So here I am on the side of he did get an RIDC park. So here I am with an 8-foot, 1-inch pipe. I'll break these fucking studs off.
Dude, the move, and I haven't done it yet, and I want to, and I have the tools to do it, is to get a toolbox that stays in your truck that's got
Everything you need.
You gotta. I mean, you can get like a Milwaukee impact truck.
Yeah.
That's plenty capable
Of jacking that car up.
Of jacking the car up, getting the lug nuts out. Now all of a sudden you're not sitting there. You know, you just have the kit in your truck, and
Yeah, I mean, I had the system beat just because I had an extra tire.
yeah, that's a move there. But you know, a lot of these vehicles don't come with them anymore. They have run flats.
The Pacifica doesn't even have a jack in it, I don't think. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Really?
I'm like, interesting.
Roadside assistance, bud.
Yeah.
I saw a guy one time. I was at Sheetz, and I get back in my truck, and I look over, and I'm like, looking at this guy. He was like 30s, shorts and flip-flops, standing there watching a tow truck driver change the tire on his Honda Civic. And I'm like, this perfectly
smartest motherfucker in the room right there.
Capable-bodied man is watching another man change his tire.
I paid my $63 for my trip away.
I'm like, dude, and I don't even know if I don't know if I could do it. Like, I would feel like such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, give up your man card.
That's one of my biggest flaws in life is like, dude, if I hired someone to do anything, I'm going to help them. Like, it's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I'm not
going to stand there and watch that guy.
Right.
But I wouldn't have called him. Shit, dude, I had a client here one time. Oh, you know, it wasn't a client. I sold a property and we did the closing here. I guess the buyers were a couple, but they weren't married. So she came in, it was all going in her name. So she signed the paperwork, and the guy was in the car with the kids, probably with the radio on. So by the time she's all done, they go out, battery's dead in the car. Car won't start. So I notice, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes after their paperwork's all done, I'm like, that van or that SUV's still outside. What's going on? So I walked out, I'm like, hey, are you guys good? Like, what's going on? And like, the battery's dead. We're waiting for a AAA. I was like, oh. How long is it going to be? They're like, oh, they said it could be an hour or two. And I'm like, uh-huh. I pulled out my key to my truck, pulled out my jump pack. I'm like, pop the hood. Start it. It started right up. I disconnected it, and I'm like, have a good day. Put the shit back in my truck. Like an hour and a half later, I'm sitting in my office and a tow truck pulls in my parking lot. And I'm like, these fucking assholes didn't even call and cancel that poor guy. I went out. He's like, I'm looking for somebody with a black SUV. And I'm like, dude, they left an hour and a half ago. He's like, what? I was like, dude, I had a jump pack in the truck. I jumped them and got him out of here. He's like, they never even called to cancel me.
I swear some people are so in their own headspace.
They probably didn't even think about it.
Well, some people just are in their own headspace.
Yeah.
They're like, if it doesn't directly affect me,
yeah,
I don't care. Like, dude, like go into a fast food restaurant at lunchtime and like watch people like it's like a real pet peeve of mine. Like, dude, you're at lunch, you're at the pop machine. I know there's a lot of fucking choices, but like this isn't an 8-minute decision, dude.
Dude, the best is when they're standing at McDonald's and just staring at the menu.
Yeah,
bro, it's been the same menu since like the 80s. Like, just pick. It's a fucking quarter pounder.
Yeah,
quarter pounder. A Big Mac, pick one.
You've already made the decision to come here. You knew what you were getting.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's like, I feel like there should be 2 lanes in life for people that got to get shit done.
Dude, I went to the car wash. I have a car wash membership.
Yeah.
And
care to share which one?
Mod Wash.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. I haven't seen that guy that I yelled at.
No, they turn them over there pretty quick.
Yeah. I don't know. I did voice my issues with that guy. We won't get into that. But anyway, I did go back. It's on the way to work.
I love the car wash, dude.
And I love having a clean vehicle. It's on my way to work. I can hit it like out of 5 days a week. I probably go there 3 or 4 days a week.
Right, me too.
Yeah, it's always clean.
Like, dude, of my 24-hour day, it's 5 minutes I get to myself.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't answer the phone. It's loud in here.
Yeah.
So they have the express lane for members only.
Dude, people just get in that fucker.
Dude, he got in it, and then the guy walks over. He puts his window down to get the guy's attention, and I'm behind him. And he proceeds to have like a long conversation, and another car goes through the other lane that is not a member, pays, and goes. And I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I
backed up and went through the other lane.
Yeah,
and he's still having a conversation. I even said to the guy, another guy came over, asked me if I was, this guy have nowhere else to be today? What the fuck?
I can't take it.
What the hell's going on?
Dude, I cannot take it anymore. Like, I'm just so...
His truck was completely clean. He didn't even need to be there.
Yeah, I'm so impatient with that.
Like, let's go.
Dude, everybody's out for a Sunday drive at fucking 1 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we doing?
Does this guy not have anywhere to be today?
Like, nothing important.
Jesus Christ. What are we talking about at a car wash?
And you'll literally see it with like older people. You're like, fuck is going on? Like these fucking people.
And you know the employees are like, dude, just get your car washed. Why are we having a conversation right now? It's just drive through. What are we doing?
Right.
The employee that offered me the thing, and I was like, he started laughing when I said that. I'm like, this guy have nowhere to be today. What the fuck? And he started laughing. He's like, I don't know, man.
Dude, it's fucking, yeah. I mean, it's other people, like, and you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
People just
Getting away.
They have full-blown conversations with people. Like, I used to hate that at the counter. Like, I'd have a customer come in, and they, like, want to talk to you. And it's like, I got people behind you. Like, let's go.
When I first started in business, the guy that I worked with, the older guy that, when I very first started, we used to laugh because if you were sitting at his desk, clients, doesn't matter. Once he was done, he was like, all right, I got to go. You got to go. Get up. Let's go. And I used to be like, dude, you're so rude. And now, 19 years into the business, I'm like, yeah, I got shit to do. Like, you got to, I love you. Get out. Like, you got to go.
Yeah, it's I guess we're getting old, you know.
I got too much shit to do to sit here and chit chat.
Yeah.
Talk to you next time.
You know, and then the other thing is like, there's, when you go somewhere to get something and you know what you want.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Lowe's and then they're like, do you need help any find? Like, I'm like, you know, 3 times ago when I was here and walked around the store 9 fucking times.
Anybody.
I couldn't find anybody. You're the 3rd person today.
Yeah,
what do you have a quota to fucking hit here?
It's always that day, dude.
And now a brief word from our sponsors. You've got a full plate. Kids, meetings, workouts, side hustles. There's better things to do than laundry. Introducing Wash, laundry reimagined for the modern world. Schedule your pickup in seconds via the convenient web app. Wash picks up your clothes, cleans with care, and brings them back fresh and ready to wear. But it's more than garments. From bedding and table linens to shoes, hats, purses, and more. Wash handles all your life's fabric, leaving you more time for life. Visit pickupwashdeliver.com and see how convenient it can be to do the wash. And now, back to the show.
So our predictions last week were right. Penn season's over.
Oh yeah. You know what? It was an entertaining game, man.
Dude,
it was all the way into overtime, 0-0. I mean, it's wild.
Not to rehash like the whole thing about the Penguins because it's kind of going to be talked about a million times by the time this airs. But like, dude, the Penguins somehow, their fans are like built different than the Steelers fans, dude. They haven't won a playoff series in 9 years, you know, and they got bounced by the Flyers pretty much embarrassment-wise with 3-0 lead, you know.
Yeah. And
people are like, oh, man, they had a good run, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, the Steelers did the same fucking thing last year. We're burning everything down, you know. So I guess that's the difference between like having a head coach for 19 years and having 8 coaches over the same span of 19 years.
Yeah.
So shit rolls uphill, I guess. I don't know.
The last 3 games, though, it was a completely different team than the first 3 games.
Oh, yeah. They had them,
series.
like, for some reason, like, they just...
And the shots on goal were... I mean, we were way ahead. I mean,
last night.
Yeah.
Previous games, we were way behind.
Yeah. But they were playing hard. They just...
Dude, my yinzer in me is like, Crosby was like, you know what? I've done everything in this game that you could possibly do. But I've never come back from 3-0. So let's see if we can't do it this year.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, and tangled that carrot.
Yeah, it didn't work.
And it didn't work. So better luck next year.
Yeah.
If they go down 3-0 next year.
How many more years do you think he has?
I'd imagine 5.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, it's up to him. He can do whatever he wants. That's the problem I have is like people in Pittsburgh that are like, he's done more for the city of Pittsburgh than any other athlete since Lemieux.
Yeah.
You know?
And a weird salary, too. Like
he's $8.7 million bucks.
So much more.
Oh, yeah. And then like whenever he did that, it was like a trickle down thing. Malcolm took 7.1. You know, it was like, you don't hear that. You're never going to hear that.
Mm-mm.
You know, Crosby's not even in the top 10 highest paid hockey players in the league.
No.
You know, so the Pens got lucky with him. And he was a lottery pick too, right? So it literally was luck that we got him. And they're talking about Gino going to Washington, play with Ovechkin.
Really?
That would be fucking wild. But those Russians, they do that. Yager played in every fucking team in every city. So
Yeah, but never did anything after he left the Pens, right?
not to my recollection. I mean, he was pretty much dead to me. He was a douchebag Yager. So, yeah, back to pet peeves. Another one I have is, now that I'm bitching, is, dude, are honey buns like fucking 1/3 the size they used to be? Is that a joke?
When we were in high school, we used to get them out of the vending machine. They were so big.
Yeah.
Now they're definitely
It's a cookie.
Yeah.
It's a honey bun cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Nate's out. He said, fuck it. They're just bitching.
Yeah. It's he's gonna have to listen to all this at some point, a couple times. So yeah, it's dude, shrinkflation is a very real thing.
Some companies were like, we'll be sneaky. And other companies were like, hold my fucking beer, I'm gonna shrink it. Like, honey, I shrunk my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and now they charge, like, we have a client that works for Little Debbie, so he brought a bunch of shit whenever he picked up his stuff. And now they sell big versions.
yeah, they've
And they're the old size.
Yeah.
They just charge more.
OG.
And they're like, here, get a big one.
Yeah,
It's not a
vintage.
big one.
Throwback.
That's the way it's supposed to be, you assholes.
Fucking, yeah. It'd be like, I don't know. I guess my business isn't, I guess we could do it. It would just be a shitty product. But I was like thinking, like, what if I just gave your shit back on really little hangers?
Or what if you just like only took out 2 of the stains and left the rest of them? Like,
Yeah.
oh no. Oh, you wanted
Pressed one leg
you
of the
wanted
pants.
the big version where
Yeah.
I get all the stains out.
Yeah.
Pressed
fucking
one
funny.
leg of the pants. Oh, you wanted to supersize it. Oh,
Be like,
gotcha.
oh, you
Hold on.
wanted the whole detail. Well, you just cleaned 2 tires around here.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
you wanted your taxes filed.
Oh yeah,
Why
I
just
did.
prepared
Them. I
them?
didn't know you needed to. Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, obviously, since we started talking about fuel prices, haven't come down at all.
Oh no.
They've actually gone up.
Yeah. I had fuel perks. I just had to, dude. I've been trying to milk this shit. Like, I needed gas, and it was right after the news broke that they were opening up the strait and gas prices are going to plummet, and it was all over the gas prices are going to plummet, and I needed fuel. And it was still $6.15 a gallon for diesel. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to fill this fucking thing up because they're going to plummet next week. I'm not
Right.
doing it. So I put like a half a tank in. Like, I'm just going to get enough to get me through. Yeah, they didn't get now. Now it's 6.09. So they really plummeted that 6 cents. It was great. I'm going to go on vacation now.
It's fucking
But
crazy.
I had fuel perks. So I ran that bitch to fumes. And then I had like 70 cents off. So but it still cost me $130 to fill up my truck.
right. Years ago, and it, like when we were younger, and like you didn't have $100 to fucking fill up your tank, and I drove a 95 F350, and it was a gas guzzler.
Oh yeah.
And we
But you still could probably fill that thing up for like $40.
yeah. But what I would do is I would always I would always put $20 in like every other day. So like I always had gas.
$20 to get you one day now.
$20 might not even get me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a gas station by my house that's always traditionally higher than everybody else. So if like I get in a pinch and I need gas, I'll go put $30 in and then go fill up somewhere else. And like, what are we gonna do? You're not gonna buy gas?
Nothing you can do, man.
Yeah, it's,
Got to get to work.
yeah, especially in a delivery setting like we have.
Oh yeah.
And we see it. I mean, a couple $100 a week in fuel, you know. So
Yeah. Costs are up, man.
why is it $5.50 to get a shirt done? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's less than a tank of gas.
That's a lot of shirts.
Yeah.
Tank of gas.
We've used that calculation for years, you know.
How big is the in your delivery van? How big's the tank in that?
It's not very big either. I think it's like a 20-gallon tank.
Really?
It's not like huge. You would think it would be massive.
Yeah, my when I
Maybe
had that-
23 gallons.
that's what's in my truck is 23 gallon. But my 1 ton, when I had that 1 ton pickup truck, it was a 36 gallon tank.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all to manipulate the purchaser. You know what I mean? Like, because if you do have a 35 gallon tank, you bitch. You're like, dude, fuck, it cost me $150 to fill up, but it lasts me 2 weeks.
Yeah. And
it's like, no, you're just carrying more weight. You know,
right.
Like our Explorer was the worst. It had like a 9 gallon tank or some shit. Like you could get like $23 worth of gas in it. Need to get gas every day.
Oh.
It might have been like a 13 gallon tank.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Gas is what it is at this point. You know, it's just
Nothing
like
you can do.
So one of the things I thought was funny coming here today is like we've hit on COVID on every episode. Like we always
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
Is it real? No. Let's piss everybody off. But then I was thinking because of Pittsburgh, what we just experienced here with the draft, I think as we bring guests on, the draft is going to be a talking point for years to come.
Sure is.
So some people lost their ass.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard any winners
the
yet.
City. Did you see the numbers, the preliminary numbers the city put out?
I don't know. Corey O'Connor's office never got back to me, buddy.
No. Well, what's hitting the news is that the city is
negative
$1 million.
Huh.
That it cost the city of Pittsburgh $1 million.
It takes them fuckers like 14 months to balance the budget. You think they got the numbers back that quick?
Dude, I don't know.
How would they gain money other than like taxes, revenue? Like what was their?
I don't know.
What were they going to generate revenue off of? Would it just been like
I don't know. What did they charge the NFL or anybody for any of that stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they had a prenup with them. It was like, hey, we'll give you $100 for every person that comes.
Why don't we ask AI?
Ask Chit.
Chit. Success. Let's see. I'm hearing reports that the city of Pittsburgh
riveting stuff, Nate.
Lost.
Edit this part out.
$1 million. No, leave it in.
Leave it if I get. Good for views.
Hosting the draft.
This episode is also presented by One Tom Plumber. At One Tom Plumber, in-house licensed plumbers bring rapid response and expert solutions straight to your home or business. Whether it's an emergency or routine plumbing service, they're your one call 24/7 to clear the problem and restore comfort. Trusted across Pittsburgh and surrounding communities with transparent pricing, respectful service, and true reliability. Save this number for when you need it most. 412-307-7622. That's 412-307-7622. Or visit BetweenTwoBridgesPodcast.com/support.
All right. So,
Let's go.
The way the city would
how would the
revenue,
city figure it out?
The way they would earn revenue is hotel occupancy taxes, restaurant and bar spending, parking revenue, ride shares, taxis, transit tax, retail spending, tax on that, I guess. Increased sales tax collection, sponsorships and vendor fees, tourism exposure, future tourism.
Yeah, they don't know any of that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. But then they had to spend, obviously, on policing and, all the construction shit that they had to do.
The real numbers aren't even in.
Get rid of all those homeless people.
Right, the real numbers aren't even in for what happened in Green Bay last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was looking for them before the draft. So, that's just speculation, and that's the news piling on. Because the big story now is that nobody made any money. We bitched ourselves out for, we pimped ourselves out and didn't make any money. But I don't understand why, people think that because 800,000 people are coming to an event, that their business is necessarily going to make money. It's not like 800,000 people are coming to...
And not every business.
Right, go to a vintage shop.
Right.
And the hotels have no one to blame but themselves.
100%.
They gouged everybody.
And the city, and honestly, the city of Pittsburgh is to blame. And that's the point I've been trying to make when I talk to people about it. The city screwed up. Everybody kept talking about how there's going to be 700,000 people down there, right. 700,000 people. It never meant there was going to be 700,000 people down there all at one time. That was over the entire weekend. So it wasn't as congested as what everybody understood it was going to be, first of all.
Right, and I don't understand how the news isn't held accountable for that, because they're the ones that's like...
How do you hold the news accountable?
Because
they do shit like this all the time. That's why you end up with a run on milk and eggs and bread every time there's going to be a snowstorm that doesn't come. You know, so you're not going to be able to hold them accountable. But what the city did that really screwed up is, you know, the city and the county run those parking garages. They gouged the shit out of everybody, including the employees for the businesses that are down there. So you have restaurants downtown that have employees that have to park downtown to work at their restaurant, and they have to pay $100 for the day to park to go to work.
Right. And they can't even deny it because they raised the price of parking tickets too.
Right. Yeah. And then the hotels all gouged the shit out of everybody, which resulted in 60 to 70% occupancy.
Right.
Downtown Pittsburgh, 60 to 70% occupancy during the NFL draft. So they have nobody to blame but themselves and the city. But what ended up happening was, from what I'm talking to business owners in the area, is that the north side, the North Shore, was busy as hell. Obviously, that's where everybody was. Outside of that, and I'm not talking about the Strip District. I'm not talking about Bloomfield. I'm way more understanding that those places didn't have any business. The downtown corridor, downtown Pittsburgh, was a ghost town.
Right.
Everybody was on the North Shore.
Yeah, I mean, even Point State Park, like, there was only one way to get back over. They did it all across the Clemente Bridge. So it was like a big circle. You know what I mean? So,
and outside of that circle, there was nobody.
Right. So if the goal was to throw a great draft, they nailed it.
Right.
It was a great draft. The biggest business in town came in and did their thing. And great. It was great for the city. It was great for residents.
Great exposure.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of positive feedback. I mean, I'm seeing social media posts, people from out of town talking about how beautiful the city of Pittsburgh is, how great the draft was, how the party was amazing, and they did such a fantastic job, and this and that. And it's true. But the only businesses that I saw get any publicity on social media was fucking Permanis. Everybody went to fucking Permanis.
And that's the thing, though. It might be a 20-year uptick in the city of Pittsburgh. Like, it's hard to capitalize that number, because if you had like 5 guys come in for the draft, six buddies come into the draft, and then they're taking pictures and everybody's talking about how pretty it is, and they're like, hey, what do you guys want to do this year? Like, we take a trip, you know, like with our wives. Where are we going to go? And they're like, well, we can go to Myrtle, or we, you know, hey, let's go up to Pittsburgh, you know? So then you got 12 people that are coming back, getting a room, going to the Strip, going to see all those touristy things. But if you're traveling from Kansas City to here for the NFL draft, guess where you're going to go? The NFL draft, right? Yeah. So, like, the U.S. Open was the same way in Oakmont. You got 10 people coming in because their brother's cousins playing in the U.S. Open. They're not going to walk around Oakmont when they're going to be walking around the golf course all day. Right. But like, people know Oakmont's there, you know?
But Oakmont was even worse because they were bussing them in, bussing them out. The majority of those people weren't even staying to enjoy the restaurants in Oakmont, which that's the business, in my opinion. If you own a restaurant during these events, those are the businesses that should be banging.
Right. And
even the restaurants in downtown Pittsburgh were not only not feeling an uptick because of the draft, but because the news and the city officials scared the shit out of everybody about coming downtown, and it was $100 to park and this and that. Nobody, even the regulars that would have typically gone to those restaurants on a Friday night, didn't go. Going. So there was nobody there.
Yeah, and I'm curious too to like how much like the Ruth Chris's and the Mortons, like, people go out of town and they want to go to these those places. I'm like, dude, go to a local spot.
Yeah, I would never. If I'm going out of town, if I go somewhere on we go on this motorcycle trip, my wife and I, we love going on we'll get in the car and go like a weekend road trip. We try to do that every year for our anniversary. Just the two of us will go, and just Thursday night to Sunday. We avoid chain restaurants.
Yeah, I would never,
because if I'm going somewhere, I want to enjoy local.
I want to see what the locals are up to.
Yeah, that's why that's the good stuff.
Try shit you never tried before.
Right.
It's funny too, because we go to the Keys so often, people are always like, this is where you need to go. These are, and I'm like, yeah, they're great. But I got some spots that aren't on that list ever. Those are some of my favorite spots.
I like getting in the Uber and being like, you live here? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place?
That's like back in the day when I go to Subway, dude, I want my sandwich orders to have some LBs on them. And then I'm like, what do you eat here? Make it how you make it. Dude, you get like 64 pounds of lunch meat and jalapeno pop. Like, it's like, whoa, yeah, let's go, big boy. How do you eat it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm disappointed in the fact that like some of these restaurants, and then, you know, a lot of these restaurants, they stocked up with additional food.
Well, yeah,
that's going to be busy.
Restaurants is tough, man. Like, I'm a
Additional
service
staffing.
industry. Like, you know, we can staff and go. We can pivot and do whatever. One of the things I think that jacked me off the most about like how it all played out is I went to the meetings, right? We went to the draft source meetings. They told you to get your name in the list. We're going to use so many local businesses. And they said, if you have a skid steer, get into the program because we'll be renting everything. Well, it was all national brands down there. Sunbelt, Hertz. You know, they didn't. You didn't see any Burrow rental shit down there. You know, they didn't care. And from the people that I've talked to that were involved in it, they're like, dude, this is a moving circus, and they have the same vendors for every stop because they know, like the same vendors that set up the draft, set up the experiences at the Super Bowl. You know, like the AV guys and all. Like they're just, I get it. They're a big business, dude. They can't. Imagine if they relied on Bobby, the electrician from Munhall.
Yeah, he
did an 8-ball this morning. And now the screen doesn't light up for the first round of the pick. You know what I mean? Like,
so we would have missed the Steelers fumbling the first round.
He would have just been hanging from a harness. Like, is this code? You know?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, when you're the size of the NFL and you're putting on a production like that, you're relying on vendors you trust. Yeah. But I don't know. It was cool to see it in Pittsburgh. It's cool to see Pittsburgh on a national spotlight.
Yeah, but I think the conversation's going to be like every business we talk to, like, they're like, you know, it was really fucked up. The draft was fucked up. But I enjoyed it down there. I didn't even see one pick, but I saw the city, man. It's like, it's a proud moment. It's like seeing your kid at a dance recital or
so
a
we didn't
violin
go
concert.
At all. Honestly, I mean, I'll admit it. Part of it was that I didn't want to deal with that many people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go down there and deal with all that. And then finding out, you know, hearing like there's not gonna be anywhere to park, you have to take the T in or you have to take public transportation. Like, I don't want to deal with that, especially with my kids. Like, I don't want to get on, dude, I don't want to get on a T. Dude, listen, I used to work across the street from the Wood Street T station. The last fucking place I want to go is the T with my kids. I saw what hung out around there. It ain't good.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
They were all in the ACJ, man.
If you ever want to get stabbed, go hang out at the Wood Street T station.
Yeah.
It pretty much happens there every day. But, you know, so I avoided it. And after, I kind of wish I didn't. Should have went down and experienced it.
Yeah, I mean, how many tax returns you do because of the draft?
None.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, we lived it. We lived it at the beginning of this podcast when everybody was going crazy about the U.S. Open. All, you know, yeah. I'd sell my business right now for $1 million too. But like, we got to live in reality. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna rent your house, it should be $12,000 at the high end if it's a really nice house, and a normal house should be around $6,000 for a week. You know, to put those numbers out there, you know, people are $40,000-$50,000. It's like
they don't rent.
Yeah, I think it's like more of a brag. Some of those people are like, dude, I'm gonna put my house on there for $85,000. Like, cool, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on there for $1 million, and we both have the same likelihood of getting that.
That's why I hate when people are like, if you're like bartering, they're trying to buy something off somebody, and they're like, dude, well, they sell on eBay for $89.95. It's like, no. They're listed for $90. Okay, they haven't sold any, you know. And one of the big things that I saw down there was, you know, we had Matt on from Field of Dreams. Mm-hmm. Dude, cards are fucking everywhere now, dude.
Oh, they had a lot of card vendors.
They had an eBay live tent set up on the North Shore Drive with like a guy just like breaking open cards and showing what cards were in the pack. And
no shit.
They were auctioning off cards as they were opening them and shit. Yeah, and Topps had a whole tent set up inside Acrisure Stadium. So trading cards are where it's at right now, which is crazy to me, thinking like, you know, I guess it's, as a parent, you're like, all right, you want to buy cards? That's great. I'll do anything to get you off that fucking iPad, you know? So you're like, let's go buy some cards. But I mean, my kids aren't into trading cards, but like, dude, there must be, and there's adults, grown men, 50, 60 years old with unlimited checkbooks. They're like, yeah, I want that 101, you know? I'm like, wow, fuck. it's a big boys game, I guess. It's
Something.
the little kids are, pulling packs for $6, $7, and they might hit a $300 card. And they put it right online. And I'm like, dude, I got a box in the attic. It's probably ruined, full of cards that are worth nothing. Because they know now, like Topps, I guess what these companies are doing is like one of ones and like one of 15s. When we were kids, they just printed as many and sold as many as they could. So like some of these cards that you would think would be like a Brett Favre rookie card should be worth fucking $200,000. It's worth like $18 because there was 150,000 of them made. Meanwhile, now like one of these rookies hit and like the rookie of the year, they might do like jersey patch. There's 4 available in the country. So they're all in on it.
And they'll make like a special edition that has like this one little mark on it.
Yeah.
That's what's one of 4.
Yeah, that's what Matt was saying. It was like crazy. Like, because he was like, I'm in the game and I still miss shit. Like, so the beginning of May, right? What's May looking like for you?
Just nothing crazy in May. Just working. Getting some extended tax returns done. Getting caught up on some book work and things like that.
Yeah. Get some guests on the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, other than
Get
that.
back on the road.
Yeah, May's changed for me. Usually it was crazy because of prom season, but a little different, I guess. I mean, we'll probably have some stuff come in. Like now with having a local shop, we'll be kind of right in that wheelhouse for that time of year. I'll have to figure out when their prom is and start releasing some videos and stuff. But yeah, I don't want the pit ups and downs. I want to just fucking smooth. I think that's what happens when you've been in business for multiple years. You're like, all right, cool. I know for sure that I won't ever adjust my plans for an NFL draft again. Because, I talked to a lot of people beforehand and they were like, yeah, we'll call you. You're our first call,
Never called.
Dude, I had a deal with a guy for Airbnbs that I was going to do a turn down service so he could flip them because he figured he was going to rent them like Wednesday, Thursday. And then those people were going to leave because they wanted to be here for the first round. Dude, he didn't even rent them for the first round.
Really?
So he had like a bunch of Airbnbs and he figured that like he could handle some and then we would handle what he couldn't handle. And he texted me on Wednesday and was like, yeah, we're good, dude. Like we're not even, of our 17 Airbnbs, I think they rented 7. They had 10 vacancies. He was like, that doesn't happen on a normal week. But it's like, you know what? You jack the price, dude. And if you just kept them the normal price, you would have rented all 17 of them.
You made more money.
Yeah, and just been flush. And then you would have had nothing to bitch about. Because like, people see that. As a consumer, I see it. We've talked about it before. If Comcast is charging me $204 and then can turn around and charge someone $99, they're gouging me. And it doesn't feel right, So if you're looking at an Airbnb and you're like, okay, well, let's just see if we can book it for the following week. Because you can do it right there. You're like, dude, they upticked it $10,000. Fuck that guy. I'm going somewhere else. I don't care if it is 4 stars, 5 stars. That's just how I work as a consumer. Like, I don't like to be taken advantage of.
Yeah. And, these people may have thought, I can rent a place and I can get a hotel in Cranberry.
Yeah.
That's not going to be gouged because it's outside, it's, a half-hour drive. But Uber will get me there. Right. And it'll be less money to take an Uber back and forth.
And Ubers were cheaper during the draft than they are on a normal weekend.
Were they?
Yeah, because there was no rides. Like Uber's an algorithm. So like they just they surge off of like, which is kind of fucked up because leading up to, they were like, you should book your Uber now. So you pay more to book an Uber in advance, but there's no surge pricing, then you're booking it for what they think it might cost. So if you were like an organizer, this is why I don't organize. Because you save money going by the seat of your pants. And so people were like, oh yeah, book an Uber. But now like you could literally get an Uber at any given moment, So, but we'll talk to some people, but I'm sure that that'll be a topic of conversation for a lot of business owners in Pittsburgh for a long time. I mean, every day they still bitch about it on the news. And for them to release numbers that the city didn't even make any money, someone from PR in the city's office is saying, look, don't be acting like we made money. It costs us money to do this too. Like we want to be friends with the city. We don't want to be like, well, we made 80 million. Fuck you. Because the people in the strip and in the terminal and all these businesses will fucking revolt. So, I mean, yeah, it's even when you have a good month, if you're talking to a client, you're like, we're getting by.
Yeah, we're all right.
How's business? It's okay. That's just what you do. You know, you're never like, dude, we're fucking booming. You know, because 1 second you are and the next second you're not.
Mm-hmm.
So the city was like, we got by. They probably pulled a bunch of people like, how pissed would you be if we told you we lost 10 million? They're like, we'll fucking burn down the building. The group was like, we'll deal with $1 million loss. Yeah. Like, we just saved 14 million in the new budget. So yeah, May will be May's a good month. I like May. Fucking
weather's getting better.
Yeah. Motorcycle can come to work.
That's right.
So Nate, what do you got going on in May? Watch the home opener of the Buccos.
He's so far behind. How bad was it today?
I don't even want to talk about it because Nate still thinks they're 12 games above 500.
They're not.
He's lived in Pittsburgh long enough to know. So, yeah, it's funny because we talked about taking the show on the road and like we're ramping up towards that. But then when the weather goes to shit, everybody seems to just shut down. Like we'll do it next week when the weather's nice. Like it's Pittsburgh, dude. I've lived here 42 fucking years. I've had 2 nice weekends.
Well, it's not even May and we just hit 500, so. It's going to be our year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this, obviously we pre-record these, but we were riding a high, man. The draft's in Pittsburgh. The Pens are playing the Flyers. The Buccos are on a roll. When I was down at the draft, I was like, there was these guys with Flyer flags, you know, and they were blocking where I was trying to go. I said, can you get the fuck out of my way? I said, I got to go home and make sure one of you guys from Philly didn't come steal my wife. I said, you kicked my dick in for the last 3 days. Stole our draft pick. Kicked the shit out of our hockey club. You know, good for them. Yep. They got nothing else to do over that side of the city. Yep. So we'll have to reach out to our guys from the PA Merchants.
Yeah.
See what they have to say.
Yep.
So, all right, well, let's not hold everybody up. People got shit to do. Love you, bud.
Love you too, bud.
Thank you for listening to Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. Find and follow us on your preferred podcast streaming platform. Join us socially on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Visit our website for links to all the businesses we've showcased, additional content, and merch. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, email us at info@betweentwobridgespodcast.com. Till next time, make it till you rake it.
Is that what you do, Nate? Is that your fucking look here? I'm not an actor, dude. I'm a fucking podcaster.